Dr. Amy Acton served as the director of the Ohio Department of Health from 2019 to 2020 and very memorably helped to lead Ohio through the early days of the pandemic. And now we are honored to welcome her into the 3 News family. She's joined now by Russ Mitchell with more on this big announcement. Hi, guys.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Lena. And look who's with me, Dr. Amy Acton. It is good to see you.
It's so good to be here with you.
Of course, we all know you from those 2 o'clock briefings during the pandemic where you and the governor calmed the state down and walked us through that. It is great to have you here with us.
Thank you.
At Channel 3. You have a special airing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It is on loneliness. It's called the loneliness epidemic. How widespread is this issue?
Well, you know, our Surgeon General has come out this summer with an advisory, not unlike the smoking advisory back in the 80s, saying that there is something underlying most of the diseases we suffer from, whether it's heart disease or strokes to depression and anxiety, and that is loneliness. About 1 in 2 of us at any time, the elderly we think of, but also young people, are suffering, you know, physical effects from being alone.
In this special, we meet a number of people who have ways of dealing with this and perhaps offering advice to the rest of us. What do you hope that viewers take away from this special?
Well, I am not unlike our viewers. We've all emerged from the pandemic a bit unmoored. Things don't quite go back in the bottle the way they were before. And like everyone else, I was looking to find out what people were doing to help heal us, to give us hope. But hope is has optimism with a plan. And what you'll see in meeting these folks is everyday people finding ways to connect us, to create human connection.
You touched on this a second ago. You say you're just like the rest of us and have these feelings as well. So this kind of amplify on that. Why was this particular subject important to you personally?
You know, I saw Ohioans at the beginning of the pandemic when we were most afraid help each other in profound ways. I mean, the overwhelming response of people pulling one another up on that life raft. Once you see 11.7 million people doing that, you never forget it. I know that we have a lot of polarization, but we don't live in ideologies. We don't live in political parties. We live in relationships. We live in neighborhoods and families and communities. And so I believe that we're at an inflection point where reaching out to one another might be more important than ever.
What was that experience like for you personally? Those 2 o'clock briefings, you knew the whole state was watching. It was must-see TV for a long time. For you personally, what was it like to be a part of that?
You know, Russ, it's no underestimation to say it was an honor of a lifetime to serve in that way. You know, we were alone by the end. People don't know at home that it's just a little camera that's blank.
Right.
But you could literally feel by the end of it, on the other side of that, that there was all of us. That all of us were there together. It was so rare.
It was you, the governor. It was Marla. That was her name.
Yes.
How's she doing?
Very good.
That's good.
She's an amazing person.
Yeah.
And yes, so it was just a privilege. And again, I know I go all over the state now. I do see people longing for something, longing for connection. And so, you know, I'm so thankful to WKYC, long journalism. Being able to tell some stories in a little more depth is just a privilege.
Well, again, it is great to have you here. As I said, you're a contributor. We're going to see you in the months and years, hopefully, down the road. What can we expect moving forward?
Well, you know, there are so many angles. When you look in our community, this is all about kindness. Kindness is not niceness, that kind of fake thing we all do now and again.
Right.
As you'll see in our stories, kindness is fierce. It is just, it is intentional. And you'll hear about the importance of being kind to ourselves. One of the hardest ones I find is inward. And then in healing ourselves, being able to give something back outward. And that changes the world, and boy, do we need it more than ever right now.
I get the impression you are enjoying this storytelling part of that and getting this message out there. Am I right about that?
It's so true. It lets me be a doctor again, to be the person listening versus the person talking, and you'll fall in love with these folks the way I did.
Yeah, when Dr. Acton walked into our newsroom a couple of months ago to say hi, the whole room went, oh my goodness, there's Amy Acton over there. Once again, welcome aboard. It's a pleasure to meet you. I know we're going to talk again at 6 o'clock, but again, the special runs tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, the loneliness epidemic.
And there's materials online too to help folks if they're interested in learning more.
So you must have been reading my script, because right now I'm going to tell you we have a full list of resources about battling loneliness for you. Just open your camera and point at the QR code. There it is, the QR code right there. Then click on the link that pops up. You can also go to WKYC.com. And once again, tune into our 30-minute special, The Loneliness Epidemic, Health, Hope, and Healing with Dr. Amy Acton. It airs tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Dr. Acton, I'll see you in about an hour, at 6 o'clock, about 45 minutes. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks again.